Hi everyone! I'm here to answer some questions for Ask an Ataxian. So what I'm going to cover today is what it feels like to have ataxia, does it get worse, and what modifications do you use? So I'll start by introducing myself. So my name is Courtney Ng. I am 30 years old and I live in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and I have ARCA1, which is autosomal recessive cerebellar ataxia type 1. So what does it feel like? So this is obviously very different for every person, every type of ataxia. So I'm going to break it down into my day-to-day as well as the symptoms I experience. So the day-to-day things that I go through is really balance and coordination. So making sure that I slow down, don't do any fast pivots. When I'm taking the stairs, I often use a railing just to have the added security. And also my typing and writing has deteriorated. So those are some things I notice on day to day. Some symptoms I also experience is dysarthria. So I have slurred speech, and as I mentioned, the balance and coordination. So does it get worse? So from a clinical standpoint, I've been told that it does. It is a progressive degenerative disease, so it will progress and get worse over time. With that being said, there are things that I've implemented in my own life in order to slow down the progressions. This includes things like experimenting with diet and exercise and seeing what works for me. I do find that it's been very helpful to do things that keep your body active, keep your mind active, and changing up diet and things. I find that some foods might actually amplify symptoms, so it's been great to experiment and see what works for you. So what modifications have I used? So I have anti-grip socks. So they don't really sell them for adults; they're more for kids. But they essentially have a little sort of, I guess, the rubber at the bottom. So it's supposed to be for anti-slip. So if you're on any sort of smooth surface, it'll help you feel more stable, I guess. And then work accommodations. So being able to work from home. So if I need to take rest if I need it. And then also reducing my hours. So that's another accommodation. And then also spilling drinks. So because I have uneven gait, I often spill drinks quite a bit. So, or any open liquids. So what I do is I actually ask for things in a takeout container so I get a lid for everything. So if I can then still have the independence, and still be able to transport items, from place to place without having to worry about spilling. So those are my answers to the questions. I hope it was really informative, and this is to show that my experience is very different from others, and just to show how diverse the ataxia community is. If you're living with different types of ataxia, I hope this shed light on what it's like for me living with what I have, and I hope you tune in for some more. Thanks.